All right. There we go. Good evening. I had my microphone unplugged, y'all. It's been a long week. How are y'all doing? Oh, y'all go and tap in and tell me what program you're in. LPN, RN, BSN, Bridge, Accelerated. Now let me know. Oh, goodness. That was hilarious. How y'all doing? How are y'all faring in school? How's it treating you? Those who have started should be in the thick of it. Oh, shoot. Right then. You're in the last semester. Keep going. Don't let that senioritis get you. Keep motivated. Stay motivated. You're almost there. And then you can take your NCLEX. Yay. Hey. How are y'all? Um, oh, Jaquasia, you got a 100. Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if it's working or not. Let me see. Is it clapping? You got a 100 too? Let's see. There we go. All kind of claps. We got some audio issues tonight, but hey, we've gotten past that. So let's just go and study. Thank you for the hearts. Um, I'm Nursey, blessed RN. I help thousands of nursing students defeat dosage calculations. Congratulations, chocolate almonds. Oh my gosh, all these big hunduns. I love it. That we two for two tonight. Love it, love it, love it. So this is Work It Out Wednesday. I do simulcast my streams here on TikTok and on YouTube. So after we get done studying, you can view the live session on my YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so because we don't know the future of TikTok. And you can watch the replays and other valuable videos that I have. All you were thinking about was puzzle pieces. Yes, y'all drop those puzzle pieces in the chat if you like those puzzle pieces. All right. I love them. I love it, love it, love it. Yes. Congratulations. Your dosage is in 4 weeks. Don't make that face, Felicia. Fix that face. Turn that frown upside down. All right. So, yeah. Every Sunday and Wednesday, I break down about 10 to 15 different dosage calculations questions, ranging from the easy peasy lemon squeezy to the what the heck is these. So we use one method here. I will show you another one if requested. I mean, we don't want to leave anybody out. But dimensional analysis, and we do dimensional analysis via the Nursey way, which is the puzzle piece approach. I even have a whole workbook named after it. Okay, so now that we're all here and you've double tapped in, y'all make sure y'all share the live, drop your puzzle pieces in your programs, and then we'll go over the rules of how we are going to solve dosage calculations problems to break it all down. Okay, oh, Brittany! Oh, shoot. Yes. Thank you. Oh, you got the workbook? Awesome. And you passed. Love it. What? We're three for three now? See? See? All right. So, yeah. What are our rules? The rules. All right, so this is how we're going to do our problems, okay? And we're going to do our problems the same way every single time. So that's what I really like about dimensional analysis is that you don't have to be mathematically inclined to do this method. You just got to know how to solve a puzzle. Multiply, divide, add, and subtract. That's it, okay? So we're going to always read the question, and I'm gonna move my head because it's big and in the way. Always read the question. Then we're gonna find the goal. That goal is that picture that's on that puzzle box that the pieces have came in, right? You got a picture that your puzzle is supposed to look like once you get done putting it together. That is what the question is asking for you to solve for. That's what we want our equation to look like once we get done piecing the puzzle together, okay? So we're gonna always start with our goals, right? Your goal is to become that big LPN, big RN, BSN, If you're in pharmacy tech school, if you're in med school, whatever it is, you keep your goals first, and they come, and you want to be on top, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep our goal first. So whatever the goal tells you to do, that's what we are going to start with. If it wants milliliters, we'll start with milliliters. If it wants milliliter per hour, we're still going to start with milliliters, because what's that top goal? Milliliter, okay? So what's together stays together. Things in the problem that equal to each other, they stay together. They're married. They are one, all right? And they're on one puzzle piece. Things that are single, they are single, and they are on one puzzle piece, all right? And then this is your puzzle piece, right? If I flip this, reposition it, put it any type of way, this piece is still this piece. So that's the same kind of philosophy we need to keep with these puzzle pieces that we're using, because we want to manipulate our pieces so that the units of measure by our numbers. So if you're not writing your unit of measure by your numbers, you need to start today, okay? That's how you know what to start with. That's how you know what needs to cancel out. And then once the equation is put together, the puzzle is complete, then the math will math and the numbers will number, okay? Hey, Nurse Glambert, y'all, go ahead and pin yourself, love. Like Miss BSNRN up there. Y'all are going to be needing to prepare for the NCLEX, all right? And even throughout school, you prepare for the NCLEX. Nurse Glamber is a certified NCLEX strategist, nurse mentor, just an all-around awesome person, all right? And she's going to help you break down those questions, those strategies. Look at how, we find the goal here. You're going to find the goal in your nursing questions and learn how to give the question what it wants, okay? All right, if y'all are ready, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you're ready. Put your finger in the air if you're the one, girl. Yeah, I see it. All right, all right. Well, let me go ahead and get this iPad fired up, and we'll get some things done. All right. Do. Oh, and since we're still here right now, if you want to learn rounding, military time, parenterals, orals, IVs, all of that, the workshop is this weekend. So after you get done making googly eyes that next morning and you shake everything off, then you can attend the workshop. So it's in the link in my bio. All right, let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. Whoop, whoop. All righty. Do you know your metric conversions? Y'all know I preach this from Amazing Grace to How Sweet the Sound. You must know your conversions if you want to be successful at dosage calculations. Okay? So, y'all let me know what the answer is. This is the golden one. You must know this one. Hey, Shan, how are you? Okay. Everybody got that one right. 1 kg equals 2.2 pounds. So in your weight-based medicines, this one is going to be a must. So we always want to convert our weight in pounds since we're in the US. Okay, and we're gonna need it in kilograms. So 1 kg equals 2.2 pounds. If you don't know nothing else, you better know this one. Okay, y'all did pretty good. Y'all were fast on that one. I see me popping up on your FYP asking, did you study your conversions? Has worked. You studied your metric conversions today? All right, so this one, 1 pound equals how many ounces? Y'all let me know. 1 pound equals how many ounces? D as in David. Lindy, you better. Okay, or Delta. All right, whatever, whichever alphabet system you're going to be using, it is right. D. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So you'll see this conversion a lot when you have pediatric patients. That baby was 10 pounds, 12 ounces. Well, what are we going to do with that? So you have to convert pounds and ounces to kgs. So you need to know how many ounces are in a pound. So good job on that one. All right, last question of the night, and then I'll see y'all on Sunday. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. Okay. 1 ounce equals how many milliliters? I know y'all was like, I know you tripping. One ounce equals how many milliliters? Okay. So 1 ounce equals 30 milliliters. Okay. So this is part of your metric to household, right? So we know we got the teaspoon, the tablespoon, and then the ounce. Thank you, Felicia, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. So 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 ounce, right? Oh, it's storming where I'm at. All right. So, you put the teaspoon on top of the table in the ounce house, right? So that's going from smallest to largest. So that's going to be 5 ml, 15 ml, and 30 ml. Okay. So you see that 1 teaspoon is 3 tablespoons and 1 ounce is 2 tablespoons. Okay. So 15. 5, 15, 30. So 1 ounce is 30 milliliters. All right. Cool. We got those down. All righty. So let's do it in and out, and then we'll get to some harder stuff. Okay. All right. For breakfast, the client drank a 8-ounce cup of coffee. A2. What the heck? It's been a long week. You love conversions? I'm glad, because you need those. So they drank 2 8-ounce cups of coffee and 6 ounces of a glass of apple juice. For lunch, she drank 12-ounce soft drink, and for 8 ounce, and she had 8 ounces of broth. During the client voided 3 times on your shift: 325 mLs, 450 mLs, and 550 mLs. At 1400, she vomited 200 milliliters of emesis. Calculate the I's and the O's from 0700 to 1500 when your shift ends. Okay. All right. So with ins and outs, you have to pay attention to the details, especially if they give you a specific time period, because they love to try to be sneaky and add in stuff that's outside and you add it in. So we know that everything that goes in the body that's liquid is going to be input. Everything that comes out the body that's liquid is going to be output. So we will combine terms. So if you've got if you've got ounces and all of your ounces are in the same, I guess, unit of measure, like terms, you could add all of your ounces together and convert just one time. You don't have to go from one thing that they ate or drank and convert that to milliliters, because everything has to be in milliliters. All right. So they drank 2 8-ounce cups of coffee. So that's what, 16. And then they had 6 ounces of apple juice. She had 12 ounces of a soft drink and 8 ounces of broth. What kind of diet do you think this lady is on? Just given from what they have told us here. What kind of diet is she on? Okay. And did anything else go in? Nope. So I'm going to add all of these ounces up together. It sounds like it's a clear liquid diet, ain't it? Yeah. So what type of patients would you give a clear liquid diet? Why would you give a patient a clear liquid? Look at y'all, got me venturing out into other nursing lanes. Let me steer back into dosage calculations real quick before y'all get ideas. Okay, boom. So 42 ounces is the total that she consumed. All right. So my goal is to convert everything to milliliters. Hey, toy. All right. So if I have 42 ounces, that's a puzzle piece. Y'all just told me how many milliliters is in an ounce, right? So 1 ounce equals 30 mLs. All right. So if I'm looking for mLs, which is my goal, that is what I'm always going to start with. Okay. So to be 30 mLs over 1 ounce times our 42 ounces that we have to convert. And remember, what's together stays together. That's a puzzle piece. What's by itself stays by itself. That's a puzzle piece, right? So you see how ounces has canceled out and crossed out on the top and the bottom. So now we'll do 42 times 30, which is going to be 1,000. Why is this not working? 260 mLs. Okay. So that is what the intake was. Wow. What happened? This is her, this her, this her, this me, this she. All right. So that's all that went in. So that would be our ends, right? So what came out of the body? What came out of the body? All right. It says that she voided. So that means she urinated, right? 3 times. So 325, it's already in milliliters. 450, it's already in milliliters. And 550 is already in milliliters too, right? And then it says she also vomited, all right? So that's coming out the body, right? That's liquid. So that's considered output as well. So now all you have to do is just add all of those together. So 325, 450, 550 plus 200 is 1,525 mLs. So that is out. Okay. Oh, Ryan. Oh my gosh. What's this? Number 4, number 5? Y'all better come on in here. Yes. So this lady looks like she was having some gastric upset, right? So she's on a clear liquid diet because clearly she's vomiting. So we don't want to put anything that's whole or hard on the stomach, right? Because if you're vomiting, then you can easily aspirate, right? When you aspirate, things go into the lungs that ain't supposed to go into the lungs. So yeah, that's what you have to think about, in these questions too. All right. You are doing one at a time. No. If they are like terms, you can combine like terms. So if they had like 3 cups of this and 4 cups of that, and then 12 ounces of this, you can combine those cups and then you can convert. And you know what I'm saying? So don't make it long. Don't make it hard. I passed my, oh, Stacy, I'm losing count, y'all. I'm losing count. What number are we on? Oh, the nurses are coming, y'all. The nurses are coming. Anybody have any questions about this intake and output? I'm trying to include different things to cover in my live sessions. Even stuff from the very beginning. Let's start from the very beginning. All right. So we've got an oral problem. Drug L, 0.5 milligrams by mouth daily. Available as drug L, 250 micrograms. How many tablets will you administer? Okay, first steps first. What's the goal? What is this asking me to give it? What's it asking for me to give it? This is a very interactive live. If you haven't been here before, I talk to you, you talk back. Whatever T-Pain said, and that's how this works. So y'all let me know in the comments, in the chat. What is the goal? What's the goal? What is this asking for me to solve for? Thank you. Tablets. Okay. So, what are my puzzle pieces? My puzzle pieces are my order. So that's what's ordered. That's what I want to get to the patient, right? And then what's available is 250 microgram per tablet. Okay. So those are the only two puzzle pieces that I have, right? So what are we going to start with? What is the first puzzle piece that I will use? This one, because it's got my goal in it. And get used to looking at it. I know it's a little different from what you probably learned, how you probably do it, but I'm telling you, if you start with your goal, you won't have to go and find it. You start what you're looking for, you won't have to go and find it, okay? So my tablet will go on the top, and my 250 micrograms will go at the bottom. So I've already got my goal, so I know that everything else that comes after it has to be canceled out. You cancel out things by having the same units on the bottom as on the top. I don't have another puzzle piece with micrograms in it, do I? This is milligram. 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. So I can't put a micro in a milli together. So therefore, I have to do my conversion. So microgram will go on the top, milligram will go on the bottom. 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. So you cross out your micrograms, and now I can put my 0.5 milligrams on the top and cancel it out. And you see everything that's single, I put over one. That one is like a placeholder showing you that this number is in the numerator. Because if you have it in the bottom and you do your math, it's going to throw it off. So this is doing is setting up your numbers so that the math will math. They're in the right position according to where the units are, so that you only have to do one computation at the end. That's it. No worrying about moving the decimal this way, moving the decimal that way. How many do you round off at? All of that jazz, okay? So 1,000 times 0.5 is going to be 500. And then 250 times 1 is 250. 500 divided by 250 is 2 tablets. All right. Yes, I will get into some much, much harder problems. Trust you me. All righty. Just you wait. We have to get warmed up. We have to get our calculators fired up, right? Okay. We're getting into some hard stuff. Trust. Drug M, 2 milligrams IV push every 2 hours is needed for pain. Available is drug M, 10 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters will the nurse administer to the patient for one dose? Okay. They're stressing you out at school. Girl, don't let them pull your edges. No, 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 no. No, no, no. All right. So what is this one asking for me to solve for? What is the goal? All right, Caitlin, I see you. Milliliter per dose. You said it. Okay. So this is a complete order. You got the drug, you've got the strength, you've got the route, and then you've got the frequency. Okay. So you see this part right here? If it doesn't have a /minute/day/hour/dose behind it, it is assumed to be one dose. Okay. Boom. So 2 milligrams is the amount for one dose. This right here is called the frequency. That's how often you will give a dose. So if they're 24 hours in a day and you give a dose every 2 hours, that patient's going to get 12 doses of this in one day. This is not asking for a milliliter per day. This is asking for milliliter per dose. So you see, we already have dose in our puzzle piece. So we don't need this. So don't try to stick it in there anywhere, okay? That's how you use the goal to help you pick out your puzzle pieces and set up your problem, okay? So drug M has the concentration of 10 milligrams per milliliter, and those are all our puzzle pieces that we need, okay? So I'm going to start with this one because that's the goal. Milliliter on the top, right? So ml over 10 mg. Now I can put my 2 mg's over dose. And now everything is gone except for milliliter at the top, which is goal, and dose at the bottom, which is goal. So that's 2 divided by 10. So it'll be 0.2 milliliters per dose. Yes, Mimi Panini, how are you? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I look at all y'all. Can you do a problem with teaspoon and tablespoon? What type of problem with teaspoon and tablespoon? Like how much tea? Then I read down like how much teaspoon or tablespoon the patient needs. You ran into a problem and you was well, okay. What page is it on? Let's do a problem from the book. Ooh. You have exams on Friday and you feel so unprepared. Okay, well, let's study tonight and then we can go from there. Heparin, drip, flow rate, everything. Oh my gosh. Third semester. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all hang in there. All right, so we warmed up. Let's do some hard stuff. Weight based, my favorite. Okay, I got drips and IV infusions. I promise you I do. And I got a heparin problem tonight. I got ped safe dose. I've got IV completion, and it's something else I got. I can't think about it, but I got it. Okay, you did. Oh wow. Let me check for you. I'll check. Send me a message, so I won't forget because my brain is scattered. And I'll check on the shipping. I go live on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. Okay, you start in April, but you're here every Saturday. Well, Sunday. Sunday, Alexis. I just, I pop in every Saturday, every so often. But this Saturday, I'll be at the workshop, 12 p.m. Central Time, if anybody would like to join in. All right, so drug H, 7.5 milligrams per kilogram per day, is ordered to be given every 8 hours to a patient weighing 68 pounds. How many milliliters will the nurse administer for one dose if drug H is available in the concentration of 400 milligrams per 250 ml? Okay, y'all, let me know what is the goal. You graduate in May. Your first exam for last semester is tomorrow. Oh, shucks. All right. So, when we have this type of question, we want to get all of it. I see you, the gratitude nook on YouTube. I want to get everything because they can ask me milliliter per minute, milliliter per hour, milliliter per day, milliliter per dose, milliliter per you, milliliter per me, whatever. Okay. So, this says milliliter for one dose. So my goal is going to be ml on the top and dose on the bottom. You're okay. You're okay. That's why we're here. No fear, no judgment, no tears. Just puzzle pieces, okay? I'd rather y'all get it out in here, go and rock it in the classroom, come back so I can do this. Okay? So, this is a weight-based problem. We need three things. We need P, P, and P. Not the loan, but the patient's weight, the prescription, and the product. Okay, that's the medicine. So our patient weighs 68 pounds. Okay, our prescription is 7.5 milligrams per kilogram per day. Now let's pause, okay, because I want to show you something. So this is the order, right? And you see that is the amount for the whole day. What is the goal asking me to solve for? Just for one dose. So, therefore, I have to find a puzzle piece with day and dose in it, right? But I don't have anything else except for the frequency. This is when you would use the frequency. So if you've got the whole amount in the day, I need to know how many doses are in that day to divvy it up because I can't give that whole amount for that whole day. I've got to give it in however many doses it is prescribed. So if you have 24 hours in a day and you divide it by every 8, that would mean you would give this dose 3 times. Does that make sense to y'all? Y'all let me know. Double tap on the screen. Yes, no. Hold on, repeat. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Thank you. Okie dokie. So, hey, Taya. All right, or Taya. I hope I don't say it wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, so now the last puzzle piece was the product. So 400 milligram per 250 ml. Okay, so we are going to, it's okay, we're going to start with our goal. This milliliters, it's first and it's on top. So this puzzle piece right here has my milliliters in it. It will be first and on top. So what I'm going to do, flip it so that the milliliters is first and on top. I repeat myself because I want you to get this. It's very important, okay? So 250 ml over 400 milligrams. Okay, we've used this puzzle piece, so that's gone. So now, how will I know what's coming next? This unit at the bottom, is it part of the goal? Is it dose? No, it's milligrams, so it has to be canceled out. So I got a puzzle piece right here that'll fit right here and cancel out my units. 7.5 milligrams per kilogram per dose. You see, I kept it all together. What's together stays together. Now I've got kilogram and day. Both of those are not in my goal, so I'm going to cancel those out. I'll do, boom, 1 kilogram first, but my puzzle piece right here is pounds, so I'll do my 1 kg is 2.2 pound conversion. Then I can put my 68 pounds on the top, and my pounds will cross out there. So now my last unit that I have to cancel out is day, because I need dose. So what do we say? In 1 day, there are how many doses? 3. Now days cross out and I'm in the way. Okay, and you have milliliter at the top and dose at the bottom. Hey, Vicky. Okay, and that is how you set up your puzzle. Now the puzzle is complete, so all we have to do is one computation. Notice I did not touch a conversion before I started. I let my equation take care of it. If you can work smart, not hard, why not? Let it take care of all of what you needed to take care of. You don't have to worry about multiplying, dividing, moving decimals, rounding, whatever. Okay, so 250 times 7.5 times 68 divided by 400 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. I got 48. Hold on. Times 7.5. 68 divided by 400 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. Yep. So I've got 48.29. Okay. So what would be our answer if we divided this, if we rounded this to the nearest tenths place? That's how you learned it last semester. Awesome, Bianca. 48.3. So does milliliter always have to be on the top? It can ask for unit, it can ask for milligram, it can ask for milli equivalent. Whatever that goal is asking you for, it will be first and on top. So this is dimensional analysis. It's not for the highly skilled math person. Well, it could be, because I like it and it's fun once you understand it. So, don't knock it until you try it. If you're really good at math, then you might want to do desired over half. But if you don't want to do hardly any type of math except for multiplication and division, then this is where it's at, because you will have multiple steps that you have to take in order to get your desire and to do your half, and they get harder from here, especially looking at like different parts of the question, because if you don't have your goal set up and you're looking just at the order and you don't divide it by 3, then that's going to be way more than 48.3 milliliters, right? I love dimensional analysis. It works every time. Cool. We're doing weight-based, Kevin. Go ahead, pin yourself. That is Mr. Kevin, the boot nurse. He's the second part of the dynamic duo. Amber was here earlier. Kevin is her partner in crime. They both break down NCLEX strategy beautifully and help you get your license, okay? Because you got to get through school to get that degree, and then we got to go get these licenses, okay? All right. So let's do another one. Remember, we read the question, we find the goal, we pick out our puzzle pieces, and then we just piece together the puzzle, okay? So, drug A, 10 milligrams per kilogram per day, is ordered to a patient to be given to a patient who weighs 136 pounds in 3 equally divided doses. How many mLs should the nurse administer in one dose if drug A is available with the concentration of 150 mgs per 5 ml? Okay. So, what is our goal here? What is the question asking for us to solve for? What's the question asking? So interesting how these questions are similar to pharmacy. Yeah, that's how I got good at these. I was a certified, nationally certified pharmacy technician before I was a nurse. So yeah, this is my jazz. Okay. Remember to get all of what the goal is asking you. Milliliter per dose. Okay. Because it could be milliliter per day, milliliter per minute, per hour, whatever. Okay. So what are our puzzle pieces? Remember, P, P, and P, the patient's weight, the prescription, and your product. So our patient weighs 136 pounds. Our prescription is 10 milligrams per kilogram / day. And then our product is 150 mg per 5 mLs. All right, so let's look at our puzzle pieces. We need dose. I've got day. How many doses are in the day? How many doses are in the day? All right, Alejandro Fernandez, I see you. 3, right? So in one day, there are 3 doses, okay? So that's the last puzzle piece. All right, so what are we going to start with? What this goal tells me to. So I want mLs at the top, right? So this puzzle piece has milliliters in it. I'm going to flip it and put it on the top. 5 ml over 150 mgs, okay? Now what's next? Milligrams, right? Because I got my top goal. I'm trying to get dose at the bottom. So everything that's not dose at the bottom has got to go. So 10 mg per kg / day. Milligrams cancels out. All right. Use that. I've used that. Now I've got kg and day. So I'll get rid of my kgs, but my patient's weight is in pounds, so I have to do a conversion. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. That's going to take care of my kilograms. Now I'll do my 136 pounds over 1. That'll take care of my pounds. The last puzzle piece is day. In one day, there are 3 doses. So days cross out, and now what do we have? What the goal wants. Milliliter on the top and dose on the bottom. Puzzle piece complete. Now we can do our computation. So 5 times 10 times 136 divided by 150 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. So I got 6.86, and it says to round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we round this to the nearest tenth. We start at the tenths place, go to the hundredths. So we go one neighbor to the right. If that number right there is 5 or more, you raise the score. If it's 4 or below, it's a no-go. So this is 6. So we are going to increase this number right here by 1. So 6.9 milliliters per dose. You made it. Yay. Or you can also get your answer and divide it by 3. I'm not trying to do all that extra work. I want to do one puzzle and one computation. Now, if you're mathy and you want to do that, fine. But what if you forget to? Then you're going to give that the whole dose, the whole day's amount in one dose. It's kind of crazy. I literally just walked out the door of my practice exam. Wow, FYP is FYPing. All right, I got 3K likes. This is like the fifth question. Can I get 5K likes? I know I'm dropping some knowledge out here, easing some tensions, calming some fears, because we're going to defeat dosage calculations. It's beautiful and easy way now. Yes, I'm telling you. You just have to get used to it. And this doesn't come overnight. It does not come overnight. You must practice, okay? I have a whole workbook on my site that's 300 plus questions, 256 pages. I've got quizzes on my website. I've got dosage calculations videos on my YouTube channel. You have to practice, y'all. Okay, I'm not here every day, Gabby, in 11:11. I am not here every day. I come on at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays and Sundays, and then this weekend I'm having a workshop, from the basics to the hard stuff. As an active nurse on the floor, get to write this in a paper to solve. You can, because we got cyber attacked when I was working in the hospital last May, and we was on what? Paper. Do I have the same name in YouTube? Yes. All of my social media handles and links are in my bio, as well as my website. I also do one-on-one tutoring, and small group tutoring as well. All of that is in my bio. And my name on YouTube is A Blessed RN. And I am streaming to YouTube right now. So once we get done studying and you got a problem that you want to look over again, you may do so just as soon as I say, okay, I'm cutting the stream off. All right. Okie dokie. Is tutoring free? This part is, but unfortunately, I got bills and kids and a dog. Feed a starving artist. Can you do doctor's orders or give or administer? Yeah, there are different ways to word these. Let me make sure I got everybody. Yeah, we're gonna do more. Are my lectures recorded? I think I answered that question. I'm not math inclined. This is helping me so much. Awesome. Yeah. And then I don't know how you say your name, so I don't want to mess it up. But you asked me, can we do this more times? I have practice quizzes with weight-based problems on my website. The website quizzes are free. They have the video before it to show you how to do it, which is from YouTube, which is free. So if you, like, I'm a starving student, I can't afford a one-on-one session, cool. I have free resources too. So there's no reason why we need to struggle through dosage calculations, okay? Can you do a problem without dimensional analysis? I prefer not to, but I will. What if it's an emergency? We get to solve this, or is there another problem? Usually, when you're in the hospital, stuff comes already computed, and you just double checking. So, yeah. So my rates are on my website. Okay. 75? What's 75? Oh, the answer? I was like, who said 75? All right. The provider orders to infuse 1 gram of clindamycin diluted in 300 milliliters D5 normal saline over 4 hours. Calculate the flow rate in milliliter per hour. Okay, listen. Okay, so when you have an IV, you can give it 2 ways. You can give it on a pump, or you can give it via gravity. Okay, so when it's pump, every time you see pump, like even if the question doesn't specifically ask you for milliliters per hour, a pump is going to be set in milliliter per hour. If you're giving it gravity and you're looking at how many drops fall in that chamber, that's going to be drops per minute. Either way, it is what? Volume, so liquid part, over time. Tick tock, tick tock. Okay, so what is our goal here? Our goal is milliliter per hour, right? So what is the volume? What is the volume? Y'all let me know. I'm still out at 5K. What? I think you want me to go to bed. What is the volume? Volume is liter or milliliter, right? You failed your first math semester of nursing school. Come study with me. And do you know your metric conversions? That's a big thing. I'll appreciate it. So far, I haven't gotten the dimensional down pat. You might want to. Because what you can do it for all of your problems, and even when you get to the hard problems, you'll have it. So that's why I start easy and we get harder throughout the session to show you that you can do this method for all of these problems the same exact way. All right. And I do have a drops per minute. Okay. So what is our volume? 300 milliliters, right? So that's that part. And then the time is 4 hours. It tells you to put it over 4 hours. Is it asking anything about a gram, a milligram, a microgram, anything like that? No. A telegram? No, it's not. So guess what this part is? Fluff. Fluff. So if you have a 300 milliliter swimming pool filled with D5 normal saline, that 1 gram of clindamycin is swimming around in it. So say this pool had a big drain and you drained out all of the liquid. Guess what's going down the drain too? The clindamycin that's swimming around in it. That's your IV bag. So once that volume, that liquid goes into your patient's vein, that medicine that's swimming around in it goes into it as well. So when you have a medicine that's given, a concentration of a medicine that's given in your IV problems, that medicine is mixed in the liquid. We are trying to see how fast the liquid should go into the patient's veins. Does that make sense on how to spot that fluff in IV problems? So you see, this is where it's at. This is what's going to help you pick out your stuff and eliminate what you don't need. Okay? Laugh out loud. I gave you 1K so you can stay on. Thank you. Appreciate it. I came in a little late. My mom suggested you. What? Your mom? Who is your mom? Your mom know me? I know your mama. Who is your mama? Okay. D5 in S means dextrose 5 and normal saline. It's a type of solution that you'll learn about in school with your IV fluids. You learn your your isos, your hypos, and your hypers, right? All right. So 300 divided by 4, is that 75, y'all? 75 mLs per hour. Yeah, I think so. I have to double check my math sometimes. Yeah, that's what we got. Boom. Okay. Repeat it again. Not going to lie, with the goal, it definitely help you spot what the fluff is. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you. I have a med math test tomorrow. I'm glad you came too. Y'all make sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because if this goes away, I'm not going away. I still have like an established channel and alive that I still did when TikTok disappeared. So make sure you subscribe, y'all. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Oh, we're at 6.8. Let's see if we can get to 10. We'll do math for likes. All right. Boom. The prescriber orders drug X 4 milliequivalents per kilogram per hour for a neonate weighing 6 pounds to ounces, which is 6.125 pounds. The pharmacy supplies drug X 50 milliequivalents in 10 milliliters per hour, right? Well, 50 milliequivalents in 100 milliliters of D5W. My bad. What is the flow rate to be administered to this patient using a micro drip set? Y'all asked me for harder stuff, so here we go. If you think that you can solve this, put a 1 in the chat. If you're a little bit iffy, put a 1.5. If you just totally lost, put a 2. And we listen, we don't judge here. This is a stress-free, I can't say stress-free because y'all freaking out, but I'm trying to make it easy. I'm trying to make it easy with these puzzle pieces. Are y'all liking the puzzle piece theory so far? Are y'all liking it so far? She said, okay, wait a minute. I missed it. I have an OB question. I don't have one tonight, but I can put one on Sunday. Let's see. So glad I found you. Second semester math been with me. That's all right. We're here now. We're here now. Don't worry about it. We're here now. You're going to put a 0. That was not an option. She's an RN as well. Your favorite nerd. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm glad she told you to come on. We're going to learn these puzzle pieces so that you can be prepared, well prepared. I like the puzzle piece, but I'm trying to understand where to place everything. All right, so we're going to look at this one because, yeah, you're going over to YouTube. Okay. All right. All right, so listen. What is the goal? So let's start from the first part. What's the goal? What is this asking for us to solve for? You're getting it? Hey. We need to know how many drops is in a micro drip set. Okay, well, we'll get to that too. You don't know what MEQ means? We'll get to that too. All right, but what is the goal? That's the first step. Remember, y'all got to follow directions. First things first. What are we looking for? Flow rate, right? Okay. So, did this say anything about pump? Because remember, pump is milliliter per hour when we see it. This says using a micro drip set. So when you see anything about a drip, that means you're counting those drops in the chamber. So what is it going by? Gravity. And what is gravity going to be looking for? Volume over time. As whoa, why did that write that like that? It looked like angry SpongeBob came and took my pen. All right, boom. Drops per minute. Okay, so what a micro drip set is, so remember when I say you have to count the number of drips in the chamber, that is going to be your drop factor. I know you probably see it in a question and you're like, okay, I just know I use this, but what is a drop factor? Drop factor is how many drops that fall in that chamber will that will deliver 1 milliliter of solution or medicine. Okay, so there is only one micro drip set. That means that the hole that's calibrated will deliver those teeny tiny drops. So it'll take 60 teeny tiny drops to fall in that chamber for 1 milliliter to be administered versus 15 or 10 or 20 big fat juicy macro drops. Okay, so our micro drip set is going to be 16 drops per minute. Okay, so this is a weight-based question, isn't it? It is. So remember what I said, we need the 3 P's, right? So they already converted our patient's weight for us. So let's do 6.125 pounds. Our prescription is 4 MEQ. Now, what the freak frag nabbit is a milli equivalent? That's what that is. MEQ is a milli equivalent. It is just another way to measure that medicine. More than likely, it's probably potassium because it's an electrolyte. Everything can't be measured in units or grams or micrograms. Some stuff has to be measured in milli equivalents. Okay. So that's what that is. Don't freak out when you see a different unit of measure. Just know it's got to be at the top, it's got to be at the bottom, and it's got to cancel out if it's not a part of what? The goal. So that's why that goal is so important to establish first, because it helps you to pick out stuff. Okay? All right, so remember, that's the picture on the box of what we want our puzzle to look like. So our last P was our concentration of our medicine, right? So 50 milli equivalents in 100 milliliters. Okay. So what are we gonna do? I wrote minute. I'm sorry. I was looking like that don't look right. 60 drops per milliliter. I was going too fast. All right. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna start with? That 60 came from here. There is only one micro drip set. That means it's 60 little drops that fall in the chamber to give 1 milliliter of solution or medicine. Okay, so that's you love to learn. Cool. All right. So what are we gonna do? We're not gonna times nothing. We're not gonna convert nothing. We're gonna just put our puzzle pieces together. We got all our puzzle pieces right here, so we know what we can work with. Okay, so let's just put it together. All right, good for you, Al. Who I can't see the other comments. It went by too fast. All right, so what are we gonna start with? Drops on the top, right? So this puzzle piece has our drops in it. So 60 drops per milliliter. Boom. So we've already got the top goal. Now we're working to get to minute on the bottom. So I know that everything that is not a minute has to be canceled out. So that means that it's got to go on the top, it's got to go on the bottom, and it's got to cancel out. Okay. Y'all double tap the screen if you still with me. Let's put these puzzle pieces together. Let's not do any type of math. Let's just put the puzzle pieces together. All right, boom. So what do we have right here on the bottom? We have milliliters. Is it part of the goal? No. So do we have a puzzle piece? Yes. So what am I going to do? Woo, flip it, and I'll put it on the top. 100 mLs over 50 MEQ. Milliliter cancels out. Boom. Now I've got these Meg the Stallion looking units at the bottom. So I need Meg the Stallion to what? Whoop, get on top. Boom. Right here. MEQ. Not MEG, but MEQ, right? Per kilogram per hour. Keep together. What's together? What's separate is separate. All right. Now we got kilogram and hour at the bottom. Neither one of those is minutes, is it? So I'm going to get rid of those too. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Boom. It's gone. Now I've got 6.125 pounds that I can put for my pounds. Boom. It's gone. The last thing that's left is hour. I know that 1 hour equals how many minutes? 60. And who's on the bottom? Minutes. All right. And now our puzzle is complete and everything has crossed out. So you see, you just go from unit to unit to unit to unit, canceling everything out except for the goal. And then you do one computation. That's it. Multiply, multiply, divide. That's it. And I still ain't got the 10K yet. And I know I just dropped a bomb. Boo! All right. 60 times 100 times 4 times 6.125 divide 50 divide 2.2 divide by 60. I got 22.27. All right. So with a drip, have you ever seen a quarter of a drip, a half a drip? No, it's either one drip or not. You can't divide a drip. So if we round this to the nearest whole number, what is our answer? All right, I'm going back up. Let's see. We need to know how many drops is in a micro drip set. So it's always going to be 60 drops in a micro drip. I'm freaking out as well. We have one more attempt. Don't freak out. Please don't. If you need to, come study with me. I like puzzle piece, but I'm trying to figure out. Okay. All right. I already went there. Flow rate, milli equivalent. Peaks, dosage are always more difficult to resolve. Irene, I got something for you too. Wait, what? It's a weight base, so we got to convert pounds to kgs. Yes. So you see how that kilogram was in that order? That means it's a weight based problem. So this was a weight based and an IV drip rate problem put together. You asked for it. Y'all said, "Can you do some more harder problems?" Oh my gosh! I was like, "Yeah, I got you." Then here it is. But it was so simple, just going from unit to unit to unit. Puzzle piece, from puzzle piece to puzzle piece to puzzle piece. And then your puzzle was completed. I'm not even in nursing school and I'm tuned in. Kayla, I love you the same. You're not the first one. That's how many drops. Okay. We haven't learned this yet. As soon as I saw micro drip. Okay. I teach math, so I'm tuned in. Joyful. Awesome. Do you do lives as well? And thank you for the follow. A lot of people always ask about other math stuff, so definitely could use another source to refer to. And thank y'all for sharing the lives. I appreciate it. I always get confused with dimensional analysis. I got to do all the steps, but this is helpful. Awesome. I don't know how my FYP knew I needed this because my faithful viewers and participants have been liking the live and sharing the live. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Do you have metric conversion sheet? Yes, you can go to my website, Shira. Let me show you. Boom. So this is my website. It's all cute and pink like I like it to be. If you go to study and quiz resources, you see all the free quizzes that you can practice with, right? All you gotta do is just put your email in. Okay. Now that right there, that IV course, that's not free because it's like a course with questions and quizzes and videos. Like it's a course. But if you go all the way down, you see your conversions and formulas, and you just click on it and you can download it, take a picture, save it to your phone, whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Do you have a all right, just read that. Taught me, wait a minute. Let me go back. Boom. Taught me the top of the goal is what you should start with and the bottom is what you should end with. Exactly. Thank you to Kevin for encouraging the taps. All right, so we got 22. You said we writing. I understand. And like, it's a different type of live situation. Like, we're just not talking. I know that y'all are writing and trying to study. So that's why I'm like, tap in between. How can you use your answer to check your work? Lynn, if you have this method right here, you should have everything crossed out and canceled out. If you are left with something that is not a part of the goal, that means you're not complete. Okay, so this one is kind of like a foolproof way. If you got all of your units canceled except for what it is that you're looking for, that's why we start with what we're looking for so we don't have to go and find it. If you start with the goal, you know that everything else that comes behind it has to cancel out. All right, so yes, the answer was 22 drops per minute. Sorry, it's the whole number. That's so easy to miss. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. PPP is patient, prescription, and product. Exactly. Yes. My dosage calc test is tomorrow. I'm trying to crash out. Don't crash out. Crash out. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. Just study and practice. Just do some practice, okay? All right. Boom. Y'all don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because if this goes away, this platform right here that I'm on, TikTok, because I'm streaming to YouTube now. Thank y'all YouTubers for hanging in and participating in the chat. I'll still be here. I'm where the students are. So I have a Facebook group, I have a Facebook page, I have an Instagram page, and I'm on YouTube. I took my LVN school 18 years ago and I'm following. Okay, cool. Shoot, congratulations, 18 years. That's a lot of time. I have been a nurse myself for 15 on March 30th. That's when I took my LPN NCLEX. Yeah. The doctor orders ampicillin 1 gram and 200 mLs of normal saline to infuse IV piggyback over 45 minutes. Your drop factor is 10 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will you regulate the IV piggyback? Okay, so this one is a little bit more easier. We're going to calm it down a little bit. I had to scare you a little bit to show you how these puzzle pieces can work magic for you. Okay. Oh, you applied to the bridge? Girl, you got this. You're blessed. You got this. Well wishes. Okay, what is our goal? What are we looking for? Drops per minute. Okay, what did I say about IV problems? Volume over time, right? What is our volume? Oh shoot, we got action. Where they going to? Where they stop at? Okay, I'm sorry. They went down the back block, the other street over there. Okay, I'm sorry. I am, because we don't. This is I live in the country. We don't get action like that. So I heard it coming down the streets. What? Oh, okay. I heard it coming down the street. But yeah, all right. Okay, I'm sorry. Focus, 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 focus. Focus. All right. Look, I live in the country. I'm in Alabama. Where are y'all tuning in from? I'm in Alabama, and I live like in the far out. Yeah, like we have horses and all kind of stuff down the street from my house. You in Utah. Okay, so I don't get any type of action. So, okay, and it's in my neighborhood. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, so 200 mLs is our volume, right? And then our time is minutes, right? So, boom. That's what you need. Do you need those 1 gram of ampicillin swimmers in that 200 ml swimming pool? No, it is fluff. Remember, volume over time. And then we always are going to need a drop factor if we are doing gravity problems. That is the only two puzzle pieces that you will need for this one, okay? So, what are we going to start with? What's on the top? Drops. 10 drops per ml. Okay, so we've used that. Now we got milliliter on the bottom, so we need milliliter on the top. So 200 ml over 45 minutes. Ml crosses out. You got drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. Okay, and that's it. That is it. That's it. Puzzle complete. Okay, so Kentucky. You're from Alabama too? What part y'all from? Oh, you're in Atlanta. I traveled to Atlanta during COVID. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Them folks driving out there almost took me out. Oh my gosh. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Texas. I know you from Texas, Kevin. Jersey, Virginia. You looking around. I think I overthink the questions. Don't do that, Latoya. Just look, and it can be that easy. I know a lot of people like, that's it? Like, yes, that's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just let it be. All right, Shot Town. Baby, I took my first adult health with 5 dosage calc, and these skills oh, Wendy! Yay! Look, and they don't go away, do it? Like in my school, we always had 5 to 6 questions on all of our exams. So I knew I had my name right, and I know I had those 5 or 6 points. I'm telling you. Okay, LA County. Okay, Southern Cal. So if we round this to the nearest whole number, our answer would be 44 drops per minute. I'm in MA school. Will they drug test me? They most likely will. Y'all, she is the real deal. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. You've been rocking with me for a second, lady. I'm excited for you. PA, my school gives you 3 attempts. I need 100% on my first attempt. And you can do that, Irene. You can do that. You can sure enough do that. It's a lot of people come on here. I need 100. I need 95. I need this and that and the third. And then they come back. I got a 100. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Use these puzzle pieces. That's why I like this method, because all of these problems tonight were different problems, but we have done them the same exact way without memorizing formulas, without having to do extreme math and algebraic concepts. Okay, just by puzzle pieces. So easy. Thank you. You're welcome. That was really easy. Yes, yes, yes. That's it. Miami. Oh, I'm coming there. I'm gonna fly out for my cruise. So excited. Can you tell me why not to start out with the order first? Kid, you can start what you want. You can start out with what you want. But I start out with the goal because it's easy to miss conversions or missteps if you don't start with what you're looking for, because some of these problems aren't straightforward like this. They can ask you units per this, per that, per I've seen some crazy problems during my private tutoring sessions, because some of these schools are like wilding out crazy. I'm just like, why are they asking this? Like, we're supposed to be like, the doctors or something. Anyways, They can ask you whatever they want, but as long as you have that goal and you can pick out your pieces, even if it's not the right puzzle piece, it won't fit. It won't fit. So therefore, when you start with your goal, you're setting yourself up for success so that you know that everything behind it has to be canceled out. And once you have everything canceled out and it looks like the goal, then you know you've got the answer. You're from New Orleans, but you live in Atlanta. The ghetto. Stop. Swear to God, I overthink it. Stop making it hard, y'all. Y'all making it hard. Just came in and said I made a 95. Oh, you good. And you just been watching for 2 weeks? Wow. Awesome. You're from New York. Cool. See, this I can understand. I would have overthink it like crazy. You're welcome. I'm not allowed to use a calculator. I've heard that, Cassidy Watts. I had a whole bunch of students say that they had to do the handwritten long division and multiplication. It's crazy. But you can do it. You can do it. Just brush up on your math skills and practice. I got it now perfectly. All credit goes to you. Thank you. Akron, Ohio, but you're in Atlanta. You passed. Oh, hearts for red. I don't even know what number we're on with all these people coming dropping these passing grades. My teacher doesn't like dimensional analysis. She probably don't know how to do it, or he. Can you tell me why we're not? Okay, I think I answered that. It's the questions with all the charts and the nonsense that really get me. Caitlin, you can read, write, arithmetic, and you got common sense. That's when that plays part. Then you just put it into your puzzle pieces, okay? Just came and say, okay. Going to YouTube, okay. Next week we have our adult med sir cat. Okay, come on, you got this. I need a one-on-one session. Latoya, my site has all of my dates that are available, so you can go on there. And then y'all don't forget, I got this weekend. So it's not one-on-one. It'll be via Zoom. But my one-on-ones are usually an hour and 15 minutes. This is 2 hours. You get the recording, you get a promo code for the book, and you get the questions. So it's well worth it. So if you want to do the workshop and learn from like your rounding, your military time, all the way to your IV stuff, then this Saturday, 12 p.m. Okay, and the link is in the bio. And of course, the workbook. For those who are needing more problems, I got a 256-page workbook just like this with all of the puzzle pieces in there and the hints and the PPP and the day versus the dose. All of that is in the book. Okay. How long do you go live for? 2 hours on Wednesdays and Sunday. I try not to, dream girl Jenny. I like to go to bed. I need my beauty rest. We did pediatric doses today. It flipped my anxiety to 100. Anyway, I tried to look for your videos. Okay, it's on the puzzle piece playlist on my YouTube. I start nursing school in the fall, and these questions make me feel dumb. Don't crunch wrap Supreme. Now you just made me hungry. These questions should not make you feel dumb. They should just make you feel inexperienced. Once you are taught and you are exposed to these types of questions, because the math you already know how to do, you're a whole adult in nursing school. So you're at a collegiate level. You know how to multiply, divide, add, and subtract, and that's all that it takes. Okay? Maybe the square root, which I like to call a little house, but that's it. Okay? All right. I think I answered everybody's question. Let's get back. So, I don't know what I was typing. Oh my gosh. So microgram per kilogram per minute. This is when the puzzle pieces really puzzle. Okay. So drug C is infusing at 50 milliliters per hour. Drug C is available as 500 milligrams per 500 milliliters. The patient weighs 115 pounds. How many mics per kilogram per minute is the patient receiving? All right, y'all, let me know if you think you can answer this. Put a 1 in the chat. If you're totally lost, put a 2. If you're somewhere in the middle, put a 1.5. It's the fact I'm in Rasmussen and everything is super fast. Yeah. I go live at 8 p.m. on Central Standard Time. All right, so we're going to use the puzzle pieces the same as we did with the easy peasy problems just for this hard problem because this looks like a critical drip problem, okay? What is the goal? This, per this, right? Microgram per kilogram per minute, okay? You got a huge number? No, we got to break it down. We got to break it down. Let's see. All right. So listen, what goes together goes together. What single is single. Okay. So let's just go through here. Okay. That's partnered up. Okay. So we'll keep that together on the puzzle piece. All right. That's partnered up. It's the medicine concentration. So we'll put that on a puzzle piece. And then the weight is just by itself. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. That's all it gives us. So what are we going to start with? I'm going to see how many of you have been paying attention to what I'm saying. What are we going to start with? What is in my goal that I'm going to start with? Star. That's you. Yes, that's your name because you got a gold star. Exactly. So you see how this is microgram, right? We are always going to start with what it is that we're looking for, right? Do we have any micrograms though? We don't have any. This is a milli. Or that's what Luane said, right? All right, so in who, we're starting with a micro. So we know that there are 1,000 micrograms in 1 milligram. I've got my top goal. Okay, we got to convert. Exactly, we got to. Yeah. All right. So now this is how we're gonna put our puzzle pieces together. Peter Piper Pecker, whatever. Anyways, milligrams is our next puzzle piece. So that's this one. We have those. Boom. Okay. Now we have milliliters. Do we have a puzzle piece with milliliters in it? Yeah. Boom. All right. Now we've got hours. Is hour a part of the goal? No. Minute is. So I know I can convert an hour to minutes, right? Boom. 1 hour. 60 minutes. My hours cancels out. And that's goal number 2. Now the last goal is kg. My weight is in pounds. So that means that I have to do a conversion, right? So if I know that 1 kg equals 2.2 pounds, where will I put the kg? Where will I put it? Where? I'm not going to divide by anything. I always let my equation do all of my work. I do one computation. Yes, the bottom. So I'll put 1 kg right here at the bottom because why? That's where it is in the goal. Okay, so that's the third goal. But now we have something at the top, right? Which is pounds. So I've got pounds in my puzzle piece. So where am I going to put the pounds at now? Will I put it on the top or will I put it at the bottom? Yep. Boom. And I'll put my 1 on top this time. Alrighty. Now my pounds cancels out. Everything is now in place. Micrograms on the top, kgs and minutes at the bottom. And it doesn't matter what order it comes in. Just like on the other problems, you could cancel out day first and then kg. As long as it's canceled out and as long as those units are on the bottom. That's all that matters. Okay? Y'all still with me? How y'all like it? This is when the puzzle pieces be puzzling for real. Because I could show you how to do this without some puzzle pieces. Why pounds on the bottom? Because you had these pounds at the top that was left. And they were not a part of the goal. So guess what? What's on the top has to go on the bottom to cancel out. So 1,000 times 500 times 50 times 2.2 divided by 500 divided by 60 divided by 115. I got 15.94. What goes up must come down and cancels out. Exactly. It's okay. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yay. That was like maybe the hardest problem that you'll do in dosage calculations, and we just put it together with using puzzle pieces. Did not do not one bit of math until the end. That's how I like it. Easy peasy puzzle pieces. Makes sense now. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody have any questions about this? So, how would you have done this with desired over half? Love that you're describing it as it's less daunting. It takes away the sting of it, because when you see dosage calculations, math, it produces that fear, just like white coat syndrome. If you haven't studied it yet in school, it's like when the doctor comes in, you've got a white coat on, all your vital signs are elevated because they're scared or whatever. But like when you say it's just putting together puzzles, it's just putting together puzzles, and then you do one little computation at the end, which you very much know how to do. Boom, voila, magic, exactly. Okay, so this could have been very, very, very complicated, but we made it very, very, very easy. And I think I deserve 20K. I think I deserve 20K. I think so. I got 3 more questions for y'all. All right, let's look at heparin. You want another problem like this? You have to get the workbook. Or do I have a quiz? On microgram per kilogram per minute. I don't know if I got a quiz yet. I might have one though. I don't know. I'm running ragged, y'all. Y'all ready to be ragged? All right. Boom. Heparin. 20,000 units and 250 mLs has been infusing for a patient with a myocardial infarction at 30 milliliters per hour for 6 hours. What is a myocardial infarction? Why everything got to be so complicated in nursing school? That sounds like a big deal, doesn't it? The physician has stopped the infusion as the patient is transitioning to long-term anticoagulant therapy. See, another big word, right? Keep reading. How many units of heparin did the patient receive before it was discontinued? Right, it's a heart attack. Yeah, y'all got it, all right? Okay, so what's the goal? What are we looking for here? What is this question asking for me to solve? Units. Okay, so my puzzle piece, well, my end product, my puzzle, my completed puzzle should just have units, right? Units of heparin, okay? So, what are our puzzle pieces? So, remember what's together when it says in or per, that means they are joined. That is the wedding ring that joins those two, okay? And everything that's by itself is just going to be by itself. Everything does not have to equal something, okay? Especially a weight. I see a lot of students like to say 120 pounds equals 1 day. No, it doesn't. 1 day is 24 hours. That's a weight in time. That doesn't go together, okay? All right, boom. So 20,000 units in 250 ml, okay? And then it's been running on the pump at 30 milliliters per hour for 6 hours. All right, those are all of our puzzle pieces. So what are we going to start with, y'all? If the goal is asking for units, what are we going to start with? Units, Dana J. Yes. All right, boom. I see y'all. Exactly. Take that question mark and put an exclamation point. Y'all got to be confident when y'all say these things, because even though you might not be right sometimes here, we're going to fix it. And then you're going to go to the classroom. You're going to be confident. All right. So, units. So, what will I start with? My units, right? 20,000 units per 250 ml. Okay. So now we've got units. Units is at the top, so that's the goal. So everything else has to be canceled out. So we've got milliliter at the bottom. I got a puzzle piece with milliliter right here, 30 milliliters per hour, right? Milliliters cancels out. And if y'all are not writing your units by your numbers, then you're setting yourself back. Because as you can see, the sauce, the magic, the working parts of the puzzles are the units. That's how you can tell what comes first. That's how you can tell what needs to cancel out. That's what you how you can tell what needs to come next. Okay? Exactly. I see you. So now we've got hour at the bottom. I got a puzzle piece with hours in it. 6 hours over 1. Now everything is now gone except for what it is that the question has asked you to solve for. I do. I do. Yeah. All right. I got 14,400 unites. Can you do... You gotta give me an example. Okay. So what y'all think about that? Same method. Same method. Just a different type of question. No formula needed whatsoever. I took a test today on this and didn't do so well. Kayla, you gotta retry. What math did you do? Multiplication and division. So I multiplied all of my units across the top, and that's a number, and then divided it by all of my units multiplied across the bottom, and that's a number. Hold on, gotta put my puzzle piece on the computer to let them know that I'm still here. Okay. And then you just divide the top by the bottom. But what was I about to say? I don't write down all of that because these tests are timed, right? And you want to save some time, keep it all inside the calculator. You can do the calculator trick. So what you would have to do is multiply all of your units across the top, and you hit multiply in between those. So 20,000 times 30 times 6. Divide. You see you got that big long number with all those zeros. You're going to write all those zeros down and put all those zeros back inside the calculator. Sometimes you have the little dollar store calculators. No shade. It is what it is. Or you're using your phone. You might not put all those zeros back in. And you know, if you leave or add a zero, it's going to change your problem, your answer greatly, right? So then I'm going to hit all of my numbers across the bottom, divided by 250. And I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. Equals. The answer. It was the first question about teaspoons and tablespoons in your book. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. I got 2 more, and then I grab the book. I grab it. The doctor orders norepinephrine 0.1 micrograms per kilogram per minute. The patient weighs 140 pounds. You're supplied with a 50 ml bag of norepinephrine that reads 80 micrograms per milliliter. How long will it take for the bag of norepinephrine to completely infuse? Okay. How do you know to put the 6 hours over 1? That 6 hours was just 6 hours. It was by itself. It did not have any relation to anything. So what's single is what? By itself, it's 1. So anything over 1 or multiplied by 1 is itself. So it doesn't change that place value. It just shows you that that 6 is going to be on that top line of numbers so that you can correctly have it in position. So when you do the calculations, you are not putting that 6 at the bottom because that's going to change your answer. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, I don't know how to say your name. Appreciate you for holding it down. Alrighty, so what are we looking for? What is this asking for us to solve for in this problem? All y'all on here, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube because if this goes away, you won't see me on here anymore. But I'll be on YouTube. Jinxie. I don't know. I can do some puzzle pieces. You don't know? Okay. How long, right? So how long is going to be time? Okay? It's asking for time. So what's our unit of measure for time going to be? Hours. Okay? But look, this is an IV, right? We always have to know what milliliter per hour or drop per minute an IV is infusing at, because that's the rate. That's how fast it's going. So this is going to be a 2-step. Watch me 2-step. That's why my knees bad now. You can tell what era I went to college in. Anywho, boom. So you're going to have to find the milliliter per hour first. Then we can find how long, okay? Alrighty. No, if you want to convert minutes to hours, be my guest. But when you look for your hours, you'll get a whole number, and then you might get a decimal behind the whole number. The whole number is going to be the hours. The numbers that are behind the decimal is going to be the minutes. And you just find how many minutes by multiplying that number behind the decimal times 60. So you have your whole number, which is your hours, and then whatever the decimal is times your 60, and that'll give you your minutes. Okay? All right. So the first thing that we're going to do, because like I said, it's a 2-step, we're going to find the rate. Okay? Boom. So how fast is this going? Remember, IVs are always, because it says what? Milliliter per hour, right? Boom. So we've got 140 pounds. Okay. 0.1 mics per kg per minute. And then this is your medicine, right? Okay. So what are we going to start with? Milliliter per hour. So we'll do ml over 80 mcg. Now we'll put our 0.1 micrograms on the top, because we had micrograms at the bottom. So that cancels out. Now we've got kg in minute. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. And then we've got our 140 pounds. And it's by itself. It'll go over 1. And then minute. I need hour at the bottom, right? So 60 minutes is 1 hour. Everything is canceled out. You have a question? Go ahead. You don't have to raise your hand here. Alrighty. So 0.1 times 140 times 60 divided by 80 divided by 2.2 pounds. Yep, 2.2. So that's going to be 4.77 milliliters per hour. That's how fast it's going. Why didn't I start with the 0.1 mics per kilogram per minute? All right, Caleb, we're trying to see how fast this IV is going in the patient. That's how much volume over time, right? So that's all that we need to look for with our IV problems. Volume over time. That's the rate. So we had to find this first in order to get our ultimate goal, which is this, how long it will take. So now we can find out how long it will take, because we know that our IV is infusing at 4.77 milliliters per hour, and that the bag is 50 milliliters. Okay, so if I'm looking for hours, I'm going to flip it, put my 4.77 mLs on the bottom and my 50 mLs on the top over 1, and it'll cancel out. And that's going to give me the time. So 50 divided by 4.77. It's going to be 10.48. Numbers. So this is your hours. This is your minutes. What is 0.48 minutes? I don't know. So we'll take it and we'll multiply that 0.48 times 60. And this is going to give us how many minutes that is, which is 28.8 minutes, so 29 minutes. So it'll be 10 hours and 29 minutes. Why'd we put microgram on the bottom? Because we needed milliliter on the top, and this was our puzzle piece with the milliliter in it, and we just simply flipped it. So remember that IV questions, volume over time. Yes, Dana J, exactly. Your videos helped me pass my med comp. Oh, shoot. Congratulations, Whitey. Yes. Oh, my baby Jesus. I'm going to attend MSU for their nursing program, and there is math. No, there's puzzle pieces. Stick around and see how we can do math without doing math. Just multiplication, some division, and maybe a little bit of addition, subtracting here and there. I passed dosage count today. Yes. Y'all see it? The nurses are coming, y'all. The nurses are coming. I love it. Congratulations. Congratulations. You definitely need to learn dimensional analysis. Yeah. It'll help out in the long run. Can you do P, safe dose range, and maintenance flow rate with I's and O's? Oh, I guess you have not because you asked not. Sure. Where does the 80 micrograms per milliliter refer to? That is the concentration of the medicine. So it was a two-part to this one, because remember, we always have to have milliliter per hour for an IV medication. This didn't give us the rate. That's how fast it's going. We had to know how fast it's going to know how long it will take, right? So always milliliter per hour. Exactly. You said your IV question is always milliliter per hour. Exactly. I love that you said puzzle pieces. It is. It's puzzle pieces. Different levels of puzzle pieces. Some are the jumbo pieces. Some are the 1000. This one is a little jigsaw. It wasn't the little foam ones that Gigi has in her room. But you can work your way through it. But you have to remember for like stuff like this. And this is like the harder ones, y'all. Yeah. But it's always milliliter per hour for an IV rate. And then this one was asking how long it was going to take. So that's why we did that first part up there to use their weight and the medicine concentration in the order to see how much they would be getting an hour. And then we use that it will be a 50 milliliter bag. So that's the total in the bag. It's running at this milliliter per hour. So how many hours will it take for it to be completely empty? Okay. So like, is this the math and nursing difficult? For some it can be, but I aim to make it less difficult as possible. Can you do a tablet question? I did one at the beginning. I get one at the beginning. So don't forget, you always watch the replay. I go live on Sundays and Wednesdays. All right, this is the last one. Peds safe dose range. How many tablespoons a patient should receive? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna grab my book and we're gonna do that tablespoon question after this one, because this is the last one I got queued up. All right, so this is the P safe dose range question. Is this good for the HESI entrance? I don't think this is on there. I'm not sure. I didn't have to take the HESI. Like, I've been a nurse 15 years, so I don't know what's on HESI. I don't know what's on T's. I know. Okay. It's okay. We're going to get through it. All right. The provider has prescribed amoxicillin 300 milligrams per dose for a pediatric patient who weighs 22 kgs. Hey, Sabrina. The recommended safe dose range is 20 to 40 milligrams per kilogram per day, divided into 3 doses. Okay. Calculate the safe dose range per dose. Is this prescription safe? Okay. So what is this asking for us to solve for? So a lot of people want to do something with this. Don't touch it. That's what we're going to use to at the end. we first need to see what's the green zone, what's safe, and what's the red zone, what's not safe. Okay, so that means we need to find the safe dose range. You will have an upper limit and you will have a lower limit. Okay, and those limits is what that order should fall in between. Okay, so our goal says calculate the safe dose range per dose. So I am looking for how many milligrams per dose is safe. Okay. So I know my patient weighs 22 kgs. So that's always going to be a puzzle piece when I have a weight problem. And the least that they can get is 20 milligrams per kilogram per day. Now, hold up. This is dose. This has day. My goal has dose in it, but my safe recommended dose has day in there. So I know that I'm going to need to know how many doses are in the day so that I can end up with my puzzle piece with dose at the bottom, right? Okie dokie. So in one day, how many doses are there? Divided into 3 doses. So there are 3 doses. Okay? All right. So now let's put our puzzle pieces together. Since milligrams is at the top, I'll start with milligrams. So 20 milligram per kilogram / day. All right. Now I need to get rid of my kilograms and my days at the bottom. So I'll use this puzzle piece, which has my kgs in it. It's by itself. Anything by itself, I put over 1. That 1 is like a placeholder showing you that whoop, it goes to the top. Okay, so then the last puzzle piece is day. So that's this one, right? So 1 day has 3 doses in it. Days crosses out, and now I have milligram per dose, which is the goal. Okay, y'all see how you can use that goal to make sure you have everything that you need and some of the stuff that you don't need to identify the fluff, right? So 20 times 22 divided by 3. It's going to be 146.6 repeating. So I'm just going to round it to 0.7 because usually they want you to round to the 10th place. And that's milligrams per dose. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with my 40. So 40 mgs per kg per day times 22 kgs over 1. Your kilograms cross out. And then 1 day has 3 doses. Boom, boom. So we'll do 40 times 22 divided by 3, which is 293.33333. So we'll leave it at 0.3, right? All right. So our safe dose range is 146.4 to 293.3 milligrams per dose. That is the safe zone. Anywhere at or in between those 2 numbers is considered to be safe because it's green, right? Thumbs up, green, safe. All right. Anything that's less than this and more than this is red. It's not safe, right? So let's go back to our order now. So it says that it is 300 milligrams per dose. This is what's ordered, 300 milligrams. Is that in the green zone or is it in the red zone? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show people. Hey, red. It's red. It's not safe. It's more. It's more than what the allotted amount is. You see? Boom. It's more. Say Drake. He tripped me out when he did that. I mean, it smiled in the camera. And those eagles flew, didn't it? Yes. What am I looking for? Did I put that other book in here? I hope I didn't. Okay, let's see. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. All right, so the book. I did ratio and proportion and got 440 and 880. You didn't divide it by 3 because remember it has 3 doses. So you got to do that one last step and divide it by 3 because that 440 and that 880 would be the amount in the whole day. They want to know how much per dose. Where's my pen? Where are my colors? You see from right here, per dose. This is for the whole day. Don't do that, Black Beauty. It's okay. It takes some getting used to, and it takes kind of knowing what's going on. That's why we do these lives. No fear, no tear here, okay? You're not stupid. You're just inexperienced to these type of problems because this is something different. You never been asked to see if a medicine was safe before until you got to nursing school, okay? Give yourself some grace. You all right? All right. So this is the book. She said it's on page... Where is it? Would you mind telling me why we are not calculating amoxicillin 300 milligrams per dose? Please clarification. We're not having to calculate the dose. That is the ordered dose. So in safe dose range problems, we are taking what is ordered by the provider, because could be an MP, could be a MD, could be a DO, whoever, the provider. And we are using what is already determined to be safe per manufacturer's referrals or recommendations. So that's why you have a safe dose or recommended safe dose range. And it's based on the weight of the patient. So every patient has a different safe dose range according to their own personal weight. What's ordered was amoxicillin 300 milligrams in one dose. We were given the amount for the whole day, but you can't give that amount for the whole day. So therefore, you have to divide it into 3 pieces. So that's why when we use the dimensional analysis, you see that everything crossed out except for how many milligrams we could give in a dose. And then we found our safe zone and we had to compare and contrast, if you will, if that ordered dose fell within that green zone or was it out of bounds. Does that kind of help clear it up a little bit? All right, on what page you said? 57. Okay. My professor only allows ratio and proportion. I don't like whatever way that you can get it in, like, and it works for you, you know, but whatever. They don't ask me. Okay. So we're doing a problem from the book, the workbook. See, it's all cute with puzzle pieces in pink, okay? Let's see. Can you solve it during ratio and proportion? Yeah. Okay. That book you have, does it go over how to do more? Yes. My book, okay. Let me show you. My book has all types of stuff in it, from the easy stuff to the hard stuff. So let's see. Where is it? Where is my book? I got all kind of whatchamafaces on here. Here. Look at that. So that's the table of contents, right? So you start from the basic philosophy of the puzzle piece method. What it is, how you set it up, how you identify stuff. Like, it just breaks it all the way down. And then you go into like your reference charts and your abbreviations and all that background stuff. Then I tell you what's a part of a complete order. Because if you don't know how stuff is ordered and what is what, then that can cause great confusion during your problems too. So after all the groundwork and the rules have been applied, then we go to rounding. Then we go to military time. Then you got your conversions. So your metric, your household, your weight, your distance. You got your oral tablet capsules and your liquids and your parenterals. You got reconstitution, flow rate, drops per minute, completion time, bolus, and infusion for your heparin, your weight base. And then in that chapter, I tell you how to use the day versus dose approach to see which puzzle pieces you need. Because a lot of people get hung up on that too. And then we got your microgram per kilogram per minute, your OB and maternal drips, and then lastly your pediatric safe dose range. So that is all that's in my book. That's the front of it. So that's what I meant by the day versus dose. So you see, I break it down as best as I could in like book form, trying to make it me in book form. And it shows you if you this is the dose and this is the goal, then this is not needed. So you can know how to cancel stuff out and identify your puzzle pieces. And then I show you how to set it up, how you drop it out, what steps you take. And then we did this one during one of the live sessions. That's one of the practice problems. Okay. So the answer would be what's in green. The answer is what's in green. That is your range. Anything outside of that is too little or too much. You're welcome. This book is in her shop. Gonna have to get it. Yes, my book is in my shop. It's in my link in my bio. It's a book like this, like a book, or an ebook that's available for immediate download. Okay, see you Sunday, Ryan. Okay, so we're on page 57 in the book, and the question. Okay, I was doing BSA problems with somebody. Okay, the question says Colace 30 ml by mouth daily for 3 days is prescribed to a patient who is experiencing severe constipation. The dose cup is marked in tablespoons. So dose cup is in tablespoons. Okay. How many? So the goal, how many tablespoons would the nurse administer per day? So what do you have ordered? 30 mLs. Okay. So how many milliliters is 1 tablespoon? 1 tablespoon is 15 mLs. So the same way that we've been setting up the problems tonight is the same way you would do with your conversions. All right. So you're going to start with your tablespoons. This is your puzzle piece. So 1 tablespoon is 15 ml. Okay. So then we've got milliliter on the bottom. So I'll put my 30 mLs on the top. And because it's by itself, it goes over 1. 30 divided by 15 is going to be 2 tablespoons. That was simple. I don't know what you were reading either. That's why I was like, which problems? Yes, don't overthink it. Okay? All right. So, boom. Don't forget this weekend, after your Valentine's Day hot dates, you need to come study for this dosage. I have a workshop with the puzzle piece method showing you how to do everything from your metric conversions, your military time, all the way to the hard stuff. Okay, it's an interactive Zoom. So this is a live session. You have to type and chat. We'll be on Zoom. You'll get a Zoom recording. You'll get the questions that come in the session, and you'll get a promo code for the ebook. Okay, so yeah, and it's 2 hours. So it's a great value versus the 1 hour and 15 minutes for that rate in the workshop. So if you need to study and get a good grip on dosage, this is the workshop. I'm gonna try to do the workshop a little bit more often, like maybe every other month, because people start school at weird times because they're in the accelerated BSN program or however accelerated programs work, or wherever you're located in the US or the world. I don't know. So yeah, that's this weekend. I'm going to go ahead and say good night to my YouTubers. Boom. Okay, thank y'all for joining in. And I'll see y'all on Sunday.